magic school bus.
Whoa!
Sorry, Carlos.
Hey, Phoebe! What's the rush?
It's my weekend to bring Liz home. I have to get her ready. Oh, my. What's wrong? Liz is missing. Missing? But she was here yesterday.
She's here every day. Maybe she moved into another classroom.
No way, Ralphie. Liz loves it here. She'd never leave us. Then how come her sunglasses are gone?
And her earphones. And her entire habitat.
Miss Frizzle?
Good morning, class.
Miss Frizzle, Liz is missing.
Oh, I know. And so is the air from my alligator.
I don't get it. Miss Frizzle sounds so unconcerned.
Cold-blooded is more like it.
Did somebody say cold-blooded? That reminds me, Liz is not going to be here
A note! I found a note!
What's it say?
I don't know. It's written in lizard. Can you read it, Miss Frizzle?
Let's see. Claw polish, scale moisturizer, fang paste.
That sounds like a packing list. Then Liz did move out. And I know where. She went to Herb Ha. The address is right here.
It's not herb ha. It's herb something else. The rest of the ha is torn off.
Okay, but what's a herp?
Oh, good question, Ralphie. Quite simply, a herp is a reptile.
And Liz is a lizard, which makes her a reptile. So that still doesn't tell us why she'd pack up all her stuff and leave us. What if she's in terrible danger? Oh, if we only knew what it was like to be a lizard, to feel what Liz feels, to get inside her skin. Maybe then we'd know the answer.
I couldn't have said it better myself. To the bus.
Is a rescue mission considered the same as a field trip?
Herb Haven! I told you it wasn't Herb Ha!
I don't see anything funny about this place anyway.
What kind of place is this?
Yikes! An alligator crossing!
They're probably there to keep visitors out.
Or keep Liz in.
Hey, look out! Shoo! That turtle's humongous.
Ah, Mrs. Westlake, how can we serve your reptilian friend?
I want him toasted and stuffed, just like the last one.
Oh, you do have a sense of humor, Mrs. Westlake. Ta-ta!
Toasted and stuffed? Sounds like that turtle is about to become somebody's dinner.
Oh no! What if Liz is next? Liz a la mode, sprinkled with pecans and a light honey chestnut glaze. Oh, if we could only get inside.
I think my great Aunt Penny said it best. A lost ball can go a long way.
Huh?
Yes?
Hi. I am but an innocent schoolchild who has innocently lost my innocent baseball over your fence. May I innocently come in and innocently get it back?
There are certain requirements that must be met before entry is allowed.
Requirements?
Yes. Body temperature, changeable. Sweat glands, none. Scales or skin, allowed. Hair, not allowed. See for yourself. And we definitely do not take bats. Thank you. Good day.
Wait,
Body temperature, changeable. Well, that lets us out. Our body temperature stays mostly the same.
That's why we're called warm-blooded.
Then is a reptile called cold-blooded?
Ah, it is indeed, Tim. All reptiles are cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded, old-blooded, what we need is a plan. A Okay, since they won't let us in, we need to get inside without them knowing we're inside. What we need is a disguise. I've got it. A Trojan horse.
No way, DA. They only take reptiles, and a horse isn't a reptile.
Not a real horse, Ralphie. According to my research, in ancient times, Greek soldiers built a huge wooden horse and hid inside it to fool their enemy. That's it! We turned the bus into a Trojan alligator. You sure this is gonna work, Miss Frizzle?
As I always say, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Here we go.
Everyone okay in there?
Happy as a hurt, Phoebe. Let's do it. Man, this is what I call an inside job. Carlos!
Remember, keep your eyes open for Liz. Stand by, we're going in.
Yes! Ah, what a splendid alligator. Would you like to come inside?
Yes, but I don't want her toasted and stuffed.
Whatever you say, my dear. We'll just tease her and squeeze her. Does she have a name?
Valerie.
How enchanting. Come along, Valerie. Wait here.
But, Valerie doesn't like to be alone.
No need to be concerned. We just love our cold-blooded critters to death.
What does he mean by that?
Did you say something?
I said, I hope she's not too fat.
Oh, silly girl. Reptiles never get fat.
Wait, I was hoping to see how you do whatever it is you do.
Oh, really? Watching can be so tiresome. Relax. Read a magazine.
But,
We'll let you know when she's done.
when she's done...
Yes. Young lady?
Liz, where are you? We did it! We're in!
We're in hot water, you mean?
Cold water, actually.
Cold, hot, either way, we're sunk. How do we get out of here?
We can't go out there. Those are real snakes and alligators crawling around.
They look like they're looking for something. As long as they're not looking for us.
Hey, that lizard looks just like Liz. Maybe Liz was homesick. One thing's for sure, we can't find Liz by staying in here.
I recall my great-aunt Beatrice once said, you know, one good reptile deserves another.
Great idea, Ms. Frizzle. If we become reptiles, then that guy at the front door won't bother us.
And we can look for Liz, and nobody will know the difference. Go for it.
All right. Gather round, all you would-be reptiles.
Miss Frizzle? Don't you think someone should stay behind and keep an eye on the busigator?
Good thinking, Arnold. The job is yours.
I'll stay with you, Arnold.
Think of your favorite reptile. Ready? Say, ah, bus.
Wow!
Awesome.
Incredible.
Cool.
Cool is right, Miss Frizzle. I'm chilly. Oh.
Any better?
I'm still cold. I don't think hiding in your shell is gonna get the job done, Ralphie. Looks like we have to move to a warmer place, like this turtle did over here. Wait for me! You're right. The heat outside is making me warmer inside.
Toasty.
That's it. To feel the heat, you have to find the heat.
Oh, you're hot today, Tim. To a reptile, location is everything.
Come on, guys. Liz is not here. We've got to find her. I'll get the door.
Whoa, good one, Quiche.
Oh, worked at me!
According to my research, alligators seldom attack human beings.
I hate to remind you, DA, but we're human beings inside a bussigator.
Liz? Liz, I know you're here. Food?
Supper time, I love supper time. Reptiles and lizards too. We're going to give it to you. Fly fricassee with a light bug sauce. They'll love it.
Menu? Please, please, please let there be no Liz Delight or spaghetti and Liz balls. Nothing. Whoa, the lizards get just one meal a week, and the alligators get only one meal a month. How inhumane! What kind of a place is this? I just don't get it. Why would Liz want to leave our warm and cozy classroom for a weird place like this? Got me. Let's look in here. I'm getting good at this.
Whoa, big city.
Phew, I'm boiling too.
That's because we're in the boiler room.
So how come I'm not perspiring like I usually do when I'm hot?
No sweat, Tim.
Huh?
Sweat glands. None. That's what it said on the scroll. So I bet reptiles can't sweat to cool down even if they wanted to.
Hold it. If you have to find heat to feel warm, maybe you have to find cold to cool down.
Only one way to find out.
Wow, I can feel my temperature dropping already.
Amazing. One little move turns a hot foot into a cool mule.
I can't believe us. We're more worried about staying the right temperature than we are about finding the one and only Liz. Come on, we have to get moving. Just when I was feeling comfy.
Turn on the heat, DA. I'm cold.
I guess there's no heater in a bussigator because it's a reptile.
Then move the bussigator to where it's warmer.
I can't do that either. The bussigator isn't working.
It's probably too cold. That's why.
Maybe if we bring heat to the bus, we can get it to move.
If we're not careful, we could wind up inside a real alligator. Oops. Excuse me. I'm really sorry. I'll never do it again, I promise.
Over here, Arnold. Help me push this heat lamp to the bussigator.
Don't look now. But we're being followed.
Maybe they're upset because we took their heat.
Forget the heat. Back to the bus.
But we need it to get the bus moving.
You're going to need more than heat to get you moving if that gator gets any closer.
Yow!
Come on, come on.
Phew, that was close. The quiet room. Whoa, it's like a fridge in here. Some of these guys look like they've been here for months.
And that one on the end looks like...
Liz!
Liz, snap out of it!
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Come on, Liz! Wake up!
She's not sleeping. She looks like she's frozen.
I don't get it. It feels so cold in here. How come I'm not shivering?
Since they don't have sweat glands, maybe reptiles don't have shiver glands either.
Come on, Ralphie. There's no such thing as a shiver gland. Shivering is just something people do to get warm.
Right as rain, Wanda. Since reptiles can't shiver when they get really cold, their bodies just slow way down.
Whoa! I'm slowing down too.
Isn't that like a hibernation?
Exactly.
When did you guys become reptiles? Phoebe, unhibernate Liz. Take her someplace warm. You poor tortured creature. So strong, so brave, so tough in the face of danger. Phoebe, hibernation isn't dangerous. It's restful.
Think of it as a vacation.
Look, the heat from my body is warming her up. I'll take her outside. Let's go, you guys. There's no time to lose. Don't worry, guys. I'll save you. Liz, it's us. How are you doing? Say hello to freedom. Ah!
Pardon me, young lady, where are you going with those reptiles?
Not this way. Yikes!
This way?
Hello? Anybody here? Arnold! DA! Get us out of here! We can't!
The bus is so cold, it stopped working.
Maybe the bus is hibernating, just like Liz was.
Not cold again. I was just warming up. Oh, no. That means if we don't get the bus moving, we could be reptiles for the rest of our lives.
Whoa, Liz must be feeling better.
Those reptiles aren't cold. They look really happy. Is it just me, or is the perfect place here? Better than perfect. One flick of the tail makes it just right.
Yeah, not too hot and not too cold. And coziness is only a slither away. That's it! All we have to do to get the bus working again is to move it over here, where the temperature's warmer. I can do that. You guys get in the bus. You'll be fine once we get you home, won't you, Liz? Here we go. Come on, Phoebe, pull! You can do it!
I made it. We're here. It's working. The bus is coming back to life.
As I always say, what's good for an alligator is good for a bussigator. Open the door, Phoebe. We're taking her out.
All clear. We're outside. Yeah! Ready to go home, guys? Oh no! Gators! Do something, Miss Frizzle. They haven't eaten in a month.
Okay, everyone think of your favorite person. Ready?
Hit it! Come on, Phoebe, hop aboard! Uh-oh.
Okay, bus, do your stuff.
Wait! Wait! You forgot something!
Be careful, Miss Frizzle.
Now, what could it possibly be?
Liz's habitat?
Liz's habitat. Thanks, Harry.
Miss Frizzle? You know him?
That I do. Harry is the one who built Liz's habitat. It just needed a few repairs.
But, you mean this is a good place to be?
The place to be, my dear. Harry Herp's Happy Herp Haven, luxury spa and restful resort for weary and worn-out reptiles.
Whoa. So, you weren't gonna freeze Liz?
Well, we did make her cool and comfy, if that's what you mean.
And you weren't going to stuff her?
Hardly, but we did make sure she had enough to eat. Which isn't difficult, since reptiles often go for weeks without eating. I guess we're not quite as cold-blooded as you thought. Although our customers are.
I made arrangements for Liz to stay here for a well-needed rest while Harry was fixing her habitat. I started to tell you, but, well, I just love it when you find out things for yourselves.
Miss Frizzle! Is this the magic school bus? Is this the magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic the magic school bus? You mean magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? I want the magic school bus! I want the magic school bus!
Hey, Magic School Bus, the producer speaking. You have a question?
I just watched your show on cold-blooded animals, and do you really expect us to believe that there's such a thing as a spa for reptiles?
Oh, no, of course not. I mean, we just made it up so we can show what it's like to be cold-blooded.
Does being cold-blooded mean reptiles are always cold?
No, not at all. It just means that they move from place to place to warm up or cool down. Not that they're cold all the time or that they have cold blood. And all of the Herb's Haven staff are trained professionals, and you'd never do to reptiles what they did. It'd be too dangerous. Amphibians like frogs and toads, as well as fish and insects, are also cold-blooded. Now, believe it or not, mammals and birds are the only animals that keep warm from within.
Do all reptiles do things like look for shade and sunlight to keep themselves at the right temperature?
They have to. While they can tell when their temperature is getting too hot or too cold, they don't have an automatic heating or cooling system inside like we do.
I get it. When it gets colder or warmer outside, cold-blooded creatures get colder or warmer inside.
Spoken like a true herp lover.
But what happens if they get too cold or too hot?
Ah, good question. Normally, reptiles try to avoid getting into that situation. Now, if for some reason it gets too cold around them and they can't move to a warmer place, they might bury themselves under leaves or find shelter underground, kind of like hibernating.
I see. So what about Liz?
First of all, you have to remember that Liz is a magical lizard. Second of all, she'll do anything she can to make her life easier and more comfortable. So if I know Liz, she'll do everything possible to add a warm-blooded lifestyle to her cold-blooded life. And as Miss Frizzle said, nothing makes a herp as happy as when the temperature's just right.
I'm telling you, something's missing.
But Tim, when it comes to deserts, we've got everything under the sun.
Sorry, D8. It just doesn't say desert yet.
Are you kidding? It screams desert. We've got sand, we've got gravel, we've got desert plants like cacti, creosote bushes, acatillo.
We've got the desert's harsh conditions. Hot, blazing sun, dry, blinding dust storms.
Tim's right. There's something missing.
Them bones, them bones, them dry bones, them bones, them bones, them dry bones, them bones, them bones, them dry bones. As I always say, Arnold, it never hurts to be prepared.
That's funny, Ms. Frizzle. That's exactly what I was thinking. I know. Desert animals. That's what's missing. Ms. Frizzle, a diorama will never be complete without desert animals.
Dynamic deduction, Phoebe.
Huh?
These should do for now.
Now? It's later I'm worried about. Thank you, Ms. Frizzle. Here you go, little guy.
According to my research, that's a kangaroo rat. And that's a Gila monster.
Isn't it cute? Only Phoebe would think a Gila monster's cute.
And there's more. Tortoise, beetle, scorpion, jackrabbit, roadrunner.
Whoa, Liz, what's up with you? And you know what this is? A baby coyote.
Phoebe, are you sure all these animals live in the desert? Think about it. The desert is really hot. The sun beats down all day long. Beat. And there's nowhere for the animals to go to escape the heat. But not only is it hot, but there's hardly any food in the desert. So any animal that shows its face gets eaten by a bigger one.
Huh? Stop!
And that's not all.
It isn't?
The worst part, there's almost no water in the desert.
No water?
Uh-huh. No shelter, no food, no water. In no time at all your cute little animals are buzzard bait. Scarcity is the name of the game, Phoebes. Scarcity.
He's right, Phoebe. There's not much food, water, or shelter in the desert.
We've got to do something. Yeah. What can we do? What
What can we do?
Well, at my old school, we take a stand, form a committee.
Go on a field trip?
Arnold, are you serious? He's right. SADS to the rescue!
SADS?
Students Against Desert Scarcity.
To the desert. Miss Frizzle?
Yes, Arnold.
For once, I'm prepared. Regulation Desert Gear. As outlined in Chapter 7 of my new field trip survival guide. Miss Frizzle, do your worst.
I'll do my best, Arnold.
Well, are you guys coming? Or do I have to save these desert animals all by myself? To the bus!
Follow that Phoebe!
Hey, Arnold. So what do you have in that knapsack anyway? Oh, a little sunblock, snakebite kit, a few desert mallow blasters. What? No football?
Carlos, we are not going to the desert to have fun.
We're not. The desert is full of surprises, Phoebe.
And this bus is so slow. Can't we go any faster, Miss Frizzle? Every second we waste means those poor little animals are out there suffering.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, Phoebe. Okay, bus, do your stuff. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Are we there yet?
Chill, Phoebe. We only just took off. We're flying over mountains. Didn't you say Students Against Desert Scarcity?
Yeah, and the mountains have plenty of shelter, food, and water. Miss Frizzle, we must be going the wrong way.
Wrong way? Why, Phoebe, if it weren't for these mountains, there wouldn't even be a desert.
What do mountains have to do with the deserts?
Haven't you guys ever heard of a rain shadow?
No.
Some deserts are made by what's called the rain shadow effect. When warm, moist air rises over the mountains, its water vapor condenses into rain or snow. The mountains catch all the moisture, so the air reaching the other side is dry as a desert. Look out below!
It's not fair. Why should the mountains get all the water?
If you keep asking questions, Phoebe, you'll find an answer. Oh, and there's the perfect parking spot. Hold on tight!
Huh?
Field trip tip number 63. In the event of a rapid loss of altitude, you may want to put on a parachute. Liz, my parachute?
That's not a parachute! That's a pair of shoes!
Look at this place.
Phew. The thermal probe reads 107 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot.
How can anything live here?
Is it just me? Or does this look like the final field trip?
Come along, class. We're here to experience the desert. Take chances. Make mistakes. Get dusty.
Field trip tip number 87. Not a problem.
Come on, you guys. Students against desert scarcity. Remember, we've got work to do.
Desert scarcity? What about dessert scarcity? I'm hungry. Hey, Arnold, where are those Mallow Blasters?
I'm afraid they've melted.
How can you even think about eating when all those poor little animals are suffering from hunger?
The only poor little animals I see are us.
There's one.
Why, that's a collared lizard.
And that's a funny-looking bird.
That, Keisha, is a fine example of a hungry roadrunner chasing a delicious lizard to eat.
Come on, we have to protect that lizard. Huh? At my old school, lizards never ran on their hind legs. Quick, everyone, back in the bus.
Phoebe, what are we doing?
How would you like to be a lizard being chased by a hungry roadrunner?
Ooh, a situation worth exploration, Phoebe.
Wow, cool! We're a Gila monster!
As I always say, when the going gets hungry, the hungry get going!
Bad, oh, bad, oh, bad, bad, bad.
And getting worse, it's gaining on us.
I hate field trips where we get eaten! Any minute now, we're gonna know what it's like to be eaten!
Field trip tip number 107. To avoid being eaten, become inedible. What does that mean?
Class, do I hear a suggestion to avoid digestion?
According to my research, Arnold, it means we ought to become something that's not very appetizing.
On the button, DA. One inedible horned lizard coming up.
Phew, close one. Well, first-hand experience tells us roadrunners don't like lizards with spikes. Would you? So, the little animals here have special ways to avoid getting eaten, like running fast or being prickly.
Oh, Phoebe, that's right.
Which means they don't need your help, Phoebes.
Are you sure about that? Life is tough in the desert.
Don't we know it? It's too hot to chase after animals. Or to be chased. Phew, I'm burning up.
Exactly. And somewhere out there is a poor little animal which is burning up too. Now come on, we've got to find it and help it. Stop the bus. Please?
Everybody out!
Not again.
Single file, class.
I'm hot.
I'm tired.
I'm hungry. I'm prepared.
Phoebe, we've been looking and we haven't found any more animals.
None, Phoebe, and I'm burning up. Me too.
You're hot. poor little jackrabbit. See, it's sitting there with the sun beating down on its head, and it's wearing a fur coat.
Field trip tip number 158. When the sun is beating down on your head, put on a hat. Got that covered?
Thanks, Arnold.
Hey!
Here, little jackrabbit. This will keep you from getting too hot. A nice hat to shade your...
Phoebe!
Arnold! Now, how will that jackrabbit keep cool?
Well...
Ear conditioning, Phoebe.
Ear conditioning. Good one, Miss Frizzle.
Why, thank you, Carlos.
Carlos, how can you joke at a time like this?
According to my research, it's not a joke, Phoebe. You know how a car radiator cools off hot water from the engine? Some desert animals have big ears which do the same thing. When their warm blood moves through their big ears, it gets cooled off in the same way. Stay cool.
Come on, Phoebes. Just admit it. The lizards don't need your help, and neither do the jackrabbits.
Okay, so the jackrabbit has a way of keeping itself cool. But what about that?
Oh, that is a desert tortoise. You don't usually see them out in the heat like this.
See? An animal in need. Come on! We've got to help it.
We do?
Carlos, don't be so selfish. How would you like to be a tortoise roasting in the hot desert sun?
I wish you hadn't said that.
Ooh, as I always say, there's more than one way to beat the heat.
Oh, no!
Oh, so this is what it's like to be a desert tortoise.
Where are we?
In a tortoise burrow, an underground shelter.
It's a lot cooler down here.
Ah, good observation, Keisha.
Yes, another animal that can keep cool without your help, Feeblino.
But Carlos, I just thought of something. Maybe the reason we didn't see any animals is because they all burned up before we got here. I knew it. We're too late.
Whoa! What's happening?
Oh, class. The bus is now on automatic turtle.
We're being pushed by another desert tortoise.
Are we still in the desert?
Wow, what happened? The sun went down and the desert has totally changed.
Oh, Carlos, look.
How sweet. 11, 12, 13, 14.
Hey, we weren't too late. The reason we didn't see any animals is because they were just waiting for the sun to go down.
50 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't have any sweaters in that knapsack, do you, Arnold? Once the sun goes down, the air cools off.
Field trip tip number 257. To beat the heat, do like most desert animals. Come out only at night.
There you have it, Phoebe. Another way desert animals help themselves.
It's okay, Phoebe. There's nothing wrong with being wrong.
As I always say, make mistakes, make mistakes, make mistakes. It's the best way to learn something.
But let's face it, Students Against Desert Scarcity is a bust.
Okay, Carlos, okay. You don't have to rub it in. I might have made a mistake about that lizard. And I might have made a mistake about that jackrabbit. And I even might have made a mistake about the tortoise. But there's one thing I know I'm not wrong about.
How much you wish you'd stayed home today?
No, how much everything in the desert needs water.
You're telling me.
Thanks, Ralphie.
Phoebe!
Well, if no one's going to help me give water to all these poor little animals, I'll just do it myself.
Phoebe, where are you going?
I said I was going to give these poor animals water, and I'm going to do...
Phoebe, I know this may sound crazy, but hear me out.
Okay, Carlos, I'm listening.
These animals didn't need your protection from being eaten or from burning up in the sun, right?
Right.
They can cope, right?
Right.
Well, maybe they don't need your water either.
Carlos! Carlos. How can you say that? You know there's no water in the desert. You said so yourself. Rain shadow, remember?
But look at them. They couldn't live without water, and they are definitely alive. They must get it somehow.
Okay then, if you're so smart, tell me how. Come on, Carlos. Take chances. Get messy. Make mistakes.
I don't know.
Exactly. Maybe people like me come out here and give these animals water. Maybe people like me keep these animals alive.
Hey, at least save the water for the animals.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you just splash me?
Is that rain?
Everyone back on the bus.
Rain?
In the desert?
It doesn't rain here very often, class, but as I always say, not very often is a long way from never.
And the desert is a long way from needing my water. And we're a long way from the bus. Come on, Phoebe.
Doesn't it feel great? Now we're talking water.
It's amazing. We went from absolutely no water to...
Good morning, class. Everything's right as rain.
Huh?
Where are we? What happened to the desert? Is this a dream?
No, Phoebe. It's the desert after a rainstorm.
Everything's changed. There's so much activity. What happened to all the scarcity? Look at all the plants and animals.
Oh, desert life never ceases to amaze me.
Do you see what I see? Flower power.
It's as if they were waiting for enough water to bloom.
There are shrimp in this puddle.
Shrimp in the desert? Uh-huh, and pigs too. Look.
Actually, that's a peccary, a desert relative of pigs.
And that cactus is full of water. According to my observations, this piece of cactus is juicy on the inside and waxy on the outside.
Hey, maybe that waxy stuff keeps the water in.
As I always say, when it pours, the desert stores.
You know, Phoebe, you are right. The desert does need water, and the animals need protection from being eaten and from the heat.
Yeah, but Carlos, you were right too. They don't need us to help them. They're already equipped to live here.
That's right, Phoebe. Everything that lives here has adaptations to help cope with life in the desert. Well, come along, class. Back to the bus.
You mean soaking up water as quickly as possible is an adaptation?
Absolutely correct.
And having spikes is an adaptation that helps keep you off the menu.
And burrowing under the sand.
And having big ears is an adaptation for beating the heat.
Yes, all things that live here have adaptations for survival. Oh, it makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Field trip tip number 999. For those without desert adaptations, always travel with a teacher with frizzy red hair. Well, I have to say, except for the part where we almost got eaten, and the part where we almost burned up in the sun, and the part where we almost drowned in a flood, my field trip manual was really helpful.
So glad you enjoyed it, Arnold.
Well, now that I know that all these plants and animals have adaptations to help them cope with living in the desert, that gives me some time to save something else. Phoebe, I don't think this is a... I tell you, we've got to do something. Phoebe, we just did something.
A whole bunch
bunch of somethings.
But this time it really is an animal in need. We'll call ourselves Sash. Sash? Students Assisting Sleepyheads.
Carlos! He obviously has no adaptations to cope with desert field trips.
According to my research, Phoebe, hibernation is an adaptation.
As I always say, if you can't take the heat, get out of the desert.
Is this the magic school bus?
Is this the magic school bus?
Magic school bus?
Magic the magic school bus? You mean magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? I want the magic school bus! I want the magic school bus!
Are you sure the producer wanted this fake cactus, Liz? I'd better go. Me? At my old school, kids never answer the phone. Hello?
Is this the magic school bus?
Yes, but
Good, because you see I'm starting up a new group, Save Our Kangaroo Rats, and I want Phoebe to be present.
you do? I mean, that's nice of you to say, but kangaroo rats don't need to be saved.
You mean they have adaptations that make it possible for them to live in the desert too?
Right. For instance, they may never take a drink in their entire lives. They can get all the water they need from the seeds and plants they eat.
Well, do they have an adaptation to help them cope with the short nights?
Short nights?
Yeah, watching that show, you'd think that nighttime lasted about 5 seconds.
Oh, well, we were a little short on time.
Uh-huh.
But just a little. We wanted to show how desert animals come out at night. It's an adaptation, you know.
Okay, speaking of adaptations, I don't know of any plant that grows from a seed the instant it rains.
Look, when you have a lot of information to cover in a half an hour, you don't have time to wait for seeds to grow into plants. But they do grow very quickly in the desert. Did you want to see the desert in full bloom after the rain or not?
Of course I did. And did you know that cactus needles are really leaves?
Is that an adaptation?
Yes, unlike leaves, needles don't lose any water. And you know what else? Not all deserts are hot.
Huh?
Even places that are very cold are called deserts if they don't get enough rain.
Fascinating. Well, thanks for calling.
Wait, one more question. Do you actually know Phoebe?
Yes, in fact...
Could you do me a favor? Just tell her that I think she's the greatest. Goodbye.
Maybe I should answer the phone more often.
Ooh, I hate the cold. Cold is for wolves and polar bears, not kids. Right, Arnold? Right, Arnold?
No, I like the cold because it means we get hot cocoa.
I'll save you a seat.
One hot cocoa, please. Hello? Miss Frizzle?
It's my weekend cafeteria duty, Arnold. One marshmallow or two.
Two, please.
Liz, marshmallows, please. Oh, careful, Arnold. As my great-grandfather Nicholas used to say,
Ho, 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 ho. It can hurt a lot when the mug gets hot. Ho, 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 ho.
I'd go to the ends of the earth for this drink.
what a provocative idea.
Not too hot now. Just lovely and warm.
Hey, Arn.
Hi, Arnold. Great hot cocoa today. Wanda, saving a seat does not mean giving it to Harry Arn. Yes, sirree. The beautiful thing about hot cocoa is that it can be enjoyed anywhere. Want to sit over there?
By that broken window? No way! Brr, it's too cold cold over there.
Not when you have hot cocoa. Oh, at last you're mine! It's cold! Where did all the hot go?
Oh, I thought he'd never ask.
You had to ask, didn't you, Arnold? You know I hate the cold.
I just wanted to know where the heat in my hot cocoa went.
A burning question, Arnold. And what better place to study heat than the land of ice and cold?
You mean we're in the Arctic?
Exactly.
The Arctic? That's one of the coldest places on the earth. At my old school, we wore jackets when it was cold.
Oh, jackets, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Ms. Frizzle, aren't these a little thin for the Arctic?
Well, let's see what else we have in stock. Wool jackets? Nope. Down-filled parkas? On order. Sheepskin flight jackets? Out of stock.
Miss Frizzle, look out!
Whoopsie. Come on, Bus. Do your stuff.
The engine's frozen.
And the heater's cooling down already.
I knew it. We've been frizzled again.
I heard that, Tim. And I like it.
Oh, bad. Oh, bad. Oh, bad, bad, bad. Keisha, shut the window. You're letting all the heat out. According to my research, the Arctic temperature can drop to 100 degrees below zero.
Arnold, you got us into this.
And I'm going to get you out.
How?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that.
Uh-oh. Looks like some of us are losing heat faster than others.
That's right. Liz is cold-blooded. She gets most of her heat from outside her body.
Look, I think she's trying to point to something.
Don't worry, Liz. I'm warm-blooded. My heat is your heat. Maybe she was pointing at this trunk. Hey! Excuse me.
All right, ski goggles.
Ooh, not quite, Ralphie. These aren't ski goggles. They're heat peepers.
Heat peepers?
What do they do?
Whoa. Is it just me, or did Ms. Frizzle get frizzier?
That's not hair, Ralphie. It's some kind of stuff moving away from her body.
If that's the case, then moving heat means losing heat.
And it's going fast.
It's going right out of the bus.
And out into the cold. Keisha! Oh, please keep the window shut.
Now I understand. That's where the heat in my cocoa went. Out the top and through the metal mug.
Oh, you got it, Arnold. Heat is always on the move.
And it's moving out of our bodies. We need to find a heat source.
Maybe there's a heater or something in here. Hey, wood. We can make a fire.
Oh, way to go, Arnold. When you're hot, you're hot.
Ooh, that's much better. Yay! Warm at last. But for how long?
As long as the wood holds out, which won't be much longer.
Whenever I've got a tough problem to solve, I break up the old brain cells with a cup of hot lemon water tea.
That gives me an idea. What about breaking up the wooden trunk in the bus and using it for more firewood? Hot idea! Let's stoke the oak. Stand back! Hot water bottles! Wait a minute. Hey, you guys! Anybody want a heat source?
Dynamic deduction, Carlos. Hold 'em open.
Whoa! Look at all that heat going into the hot water bottle.
Hey, I can feel the heat moving into my body.
If we can move the heat from the fire into the hot water bottles, then what if we move the hot water bottles onto the bus engine? The heat will move from the bottles onto the engine, and it'll start. Vroom! And once it starts, we're out of here!
Yay! Too late! The bus is already out of here! And so are Phoebe and Ralphie! Ralphie! Phoebe! Come back! We can't!
Is it just me, or are we floating away?
At my old school, we never got stranded on ice floes.
First we lost our heat, now we're losing our best friends!
And the bus!
Whoops! And I almost lost my hot water bottle. Make that cold water bottle, the heat's gone.
If we don't stay warm, we'll never save the bus or us.
Never say never, Arnold. Remember, every cloud has a silver lining.
I don't know about clouds, Miss Frizzle, but maybe if these jackets had some kind of lining, the heat wouldn't move out so fast.
I think you're onto something, D.A. Can I borrow your book?
Sure. Arnold, what are you doing? My book!
Sorry, Dorothy Ann. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Since the heat moves so easily through these jackets, maybe we can slow it down by putting something in the way. Hey, it's working!
Ah, the inspiration of insulation.
We're gonna be permanent ice cubes. I just know it, Phoebe. What are they doing? Are they trying to save us?
Actually, they're stuffing paper into their jackets.
They're doing what?
Wow, it looks like the paper's keeping them warmer. He's not losing heat as fast as Wanda. Too bad we don't have anything to stuff into our jackets. What is it, Liz?
The repair manual. Maybe it'll tell us how to unfreeze the bus, turn it into a helicopter, and get us out of here.
Can I see it?
Sure. Have you lost it? Our very survival depends on what's in this book.
You're right. I'm feeling warmer already. The paper's keeping my heat in.
Ralphie! Keep cool, Ralphie! We'll save you!
Keep cool? That's not the problem.
Well, we've slowed down the movement of heat by putting something in the way to block it.
Any chance we could find something warmer than these paper heat blockers, Miss Frizzle?
What if I told you that there was a fur coat and a heat source due north?
I'd say, let me at it!
Last one of the heat sources is a frozen egg.
But I should warn you.
Oh, that feels good.
Oh, warm, warm, warm.
Phew! As Ralphie would say,
is it just me, or does this heat source smell like a dead fish?
Who cares? If we don't keep warm and save the bus, Ralphie may never say anything again.
Smells like a dead fish. Feels like a hot breeze. Looks like... Yikes! A polar bear!
Yoo-hoo, class! Now you see us, now you don't.
Where are we? How are we gonna save the bus now?
I know. Well, I don't know exactly. I'm working on it.
wherever we are, it sure is hot.
Can we get this heat source to the bus?
It certainly bears thinking about.
Then I better find out where the bus is.
Wait for me.
I don't get it. We're in the middle of the Arctic. How did it get to be so steamy?
Well, let's check it out. The heat's coming out of the ground.
And it's still warm up here.
You're right. It looks like the heat from the ground gets trapped by these weird plants.
What kind of plants are these anyway?
Hey guys, over here! I can see it! I can see the bus!
Keisha, be careful. The heat's escaping through the hole in the roof.
This isn't a roof! It's polar bear fur! We're riding the Polar Bear Express!
We're on the Polar Bear?
So, does the bear's hair work just like the paper we stuffed in our jackets?
To keep the heat in?
As my niece Moon Valley always says, like, for sure, for sure.
Miss Frizzle!
I get it! It's the tangled hair that insulates the bear!
Excellent observation, Carlos.
Swell, but how do we get out of here?
Coochie coochie coo.
Yay!
This way, Travis.
Where are they now, Phoebe?
I don't know, Ralphie. I can't see them anywhere.
What was that?
It seems like the ice floe we're on is shrinking.
Shrinking? As in getting smaller? As in breaking apart?
That just about covers it, Ralphie.
At least we've been blown closer to the bus.
Oh, no!
The ice flow's breaking apart!
Ralphie! Baby!
We're goners. I know it. No more bad jokes from Carlos. No more field trips. No more frizz.
Snap out of it, Ralphie. According to this page, there should be some blankets right up here. Ew, gross. What kind of blanket is this?
Looks like a fat blanket. Hey, it may be gross, but that fat can sure trap heat. Oh, we're done for! Scram! Beat it! Don't mean to be rude, but you're too heavy!
Wait a second. How do walruses swim in that freezing water?
I don't know. Look, there's hardly any heat coming off their bodies. I bet all that blubber just traps their heat. Just like the fat did on your hand.
I got it. If it's good enough for a walrus, it's good enough for us. Hurry up, Ralphie. I'm telling you, it'll work. There they are.
Hey, guys!
Oh, no! They've lost so much heat, they've turned yellow.
Come on, Arnold. You turn blue from the cold, not yellow. Believe me, I know.
Hey!
Come on over. We figured out how to keep the heat.
Yeah!
Hang on, Phoebe. We've got to save them.
I know. We'll jump in the water and swim across.
According to my research, you won't last more than 3 minutes in water this cold.
Okay, then maybe not.
Never fear, Arnold. Where there's a Liz, there's a way. we've been blubberized. Good work, Liz! Ooh, now that we're messy, it's time to make mistakes, take chances, and get wet!
Yippee! No way am I getting in that water. It's too cold, and you know how I hate the cold. Don't worry, Wanda. This blubber stuff really works.
Keeps the water out and the heat in.
If I can do it, so can you.
Arnold's right. Since when have I been such a Weasley wimp? Hey, I'm actually feeling warm. This is great. Oh, Phoebe, I'm so glad you're safe. Whoops.
Who's safe? We've got to get the bus started before it ends up in the water.
Too bad the bus isn't as hot as I am now. Phew.
Yes! I've got a plan.
I knew you would eventually.
And 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, 1, 2. The heat escaping from our bodies should melt the fat and warm up the bus enough so it can start.
But wait! We're losing the heat through the metal of the bus. Now what do we do? If only the bus could turn itself into a polar bear with all that thick fur.
That's it. To warm up the bus, we've got to trap the heat we're making so it can't get out.
How?
Give me a minute. It'll come to me.
So that's where you stash the igloo building equipment.
Igloo? Igloo. Igloo!
Good thinking, Arn.
Thanks. Come on, you guys. Keep those snow blocks coming.
I had no idea snow was such a good heat trapper.
You'd think it would be too cold.
Ah, yes, but see how light and fluffy it is? That's because it's filled with tiny little air pockets which block the heat.
Like the tangled hair that insulated the bear.
That's fair.
1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Come on, guys. Don't quit now. No churn, no burn. No heat, no. Hey, it's working. The igloo's keeping our body heat from escaping. The bus is warming up. The inspiration of insulation.
Excellent work, class. Woo, and just in time. All aboard!
Let her rip, Miss Frizzle!
One steaming hot cup of cocoa. You earned it, Arnold.
Thanks, Miss Frizzle. And this time, it's going to stay hot.
Excellent innovation, Arnold.
Thank you. Not again.
My, what a splendid cocoa cozy. A quilted jacket to hold in the heat with a double-layered zippered lid. Oh, yes, the inspiration of insulation.
How did you know?
I was in Miss Frizzle's class last year. Have a seat, Arnold.
Is this the magic school bus? Is this the magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic the magic school bus? You mean magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? I wonder what the magic school bus? I want the magic school bus!
Magic School Bus, producer speaking.
Yeah, I was just watching that Arctic show, and I was wondering where I could pick up a pair of those hot-looking heat peepers.
Well, actually, you can't. They don't really exist.
I just wanted to hear you admit it.
But there are goggles that let you see what's hot and cold.
I know. Infrared goggles, right?
Right. They let you see how heat moves, although heat peepers are cooler.
You know, we didn't have to go all the way to the Arctic to learn that some things let heat pass through them and others stop it from escaping.
You're talking about the inspiration of insulation.
Exactamundo. Like what they put in walls or sleeping bags.
It's the little tiny air pockets in insulation that block the heat and keep it from moving outside. Liz, keep that closed.
I also know that people don't get blubberized to stay warm in cold water. They use wetsuits.
Which contain millions of tiny air pockets that trap your body heat and keep you warm in the water.
So why didn't you just give the kids wetsuits?
And miss the chance of blubberizing them? No way!
All right. I admit it was fun to see them slime with fat. But tell me this. Instead of having Arnold make a Cocoa Cozy, why didn't he just go out and buy a thermos?
If we did that, you wouldn't get to call up and bug us about it. Now, you probably already know this, but a thermos is a bottle with a special hollow outside wall that blocks the flow of heat.
One other thing. Taking a lizard to the Arctic would be really foolish. I mean, any reptile would have gone torpid and frozen to that faster than you can say permanent hibernation.
We thought about that, but then our Liz is a special kind of lizard. Uh-oh, gotta go. Okay, Liz, I know it wasn't your favorite field trip, but is it just me or is that... The blubberizer. No, Liz, not the audience. Sorry.
It's too darn hot.
Even the thermometer is sweating.
Oh, boy.
Phew. I never thought I'd say this, but if we could get Miss Frizzle to shrink us, we could all fit in that tub.
It is precisely 99 degrees Fahrenheit in here.
That's 37 degrees Celsius. At my old school, we measured in metric.
It ain't gonna rain no more, no more. It ain't gonna rain no more. It ain't gonna rain no more, no more. It ain't gonna rain no more.
Miss Frizzle, don't say that.
What good is my rain catcher if it ain't gonna rain no more?
It's so hot. What we need is rain and lots of it.
Oh, that's what I love about the weather. It's always changing.
Where does she get her clothes?
You know what we really need? A thunderstorm. A thunderstorm? Oh, you mean with lightning and thunder? What else? A thunderstorm would clear out all this muggy stuff. I've changed my mind. I don't mind sweating, really. I've heard it's good for you. Wouldn't it be neat if I could make a thunderstorm? It'd be Ralphie to the rescue. But I could never do that. It's too big a job for a kid. But it's a perfect job for Weatherman! Shika, shika, kaboom!
Ralphie, Earth to Ralphie. Come in, Ralphie.
Oh, sorry, Miss Frizzle.
How would you like to join our discussion about weather?
Sure. Weather is my specialty.
Since when?
Weather is how all the air around us is right now.
Yeah, horrible.
Since you're so hot on the weather, Ralphie, tell us what makes the weather cool and clear one day and hot and humid the next.
That's easy. Weatherman! Shika, shika, kaboom!
Weatherman? Ralphie, you've been reading too many superhero comic books.
Besides, it's water that makes the weather. You know, water as in rain.
According to my research, Carlos, it's air that makes the weather. Wind is moving air.
No. Let's get this straight. Heat makes the weather, as in the heat from the sun.
All of you are right. You have just named 3 ingredients, air, water, and heat, that when stirred together, make weather.
And who do you think does all the stirring? Weatherman! He can even make thunderstorms.
Come on, Ralphie. Weatherman. The heat must be getting to you.
Oh, yeah? What do you know?
Plenty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah!
I'm afraid I must interrupt this lively debate. It's time for our field trip.
Huh? A field trip? In this heat? Just look at the weather.
Excellent suggestion, Arnold.
It is?
Liz, why don't you go warm up the bus?
Isn't it hot enough already?
Oh, and you could go with her, Ralphie, to let us know when everything is ready.
Me? But I'm not finished telling you about Weatherman.
What's to tell, Ralphie?
Just because you don't believe in Weatherman doesn't mean he doesn't exist.
Ralphie thinks he knows everything. I mean, Weatherman, give me a break.
Oh, well, Keisha, as I always say, keep an open mind, and you never know who will walk in. Single file, please.
I think I'll set up my rain catcher here, just in case it rains while we're gone. Hey, look at that!
I wonder what all that stuff is for.
I hope the air conditioning still works.
Well done.
Faster than lightning, cooler than rain, louder than thunder. It's Weatherman! Shika shika kaboom!
This is it! I've always wanted to do a superhero comic book. I'll call it The Adventures of Weatherman!
Tim, if Ralphie's Weatherman, then I'm the Queen of England.
Your Majesty, for my first adventure, I, Weatherman, will show you how I make weather. I will even make a thunderstorm. Won't I, Miss Frizzle?
I don't see why not, Weatherman.
Shika shika kaboom!
Did you hear that?
Miss Frizzle called him Weatherman? Now the heat's getting to her.
First, we shall bravely go where no bus has gone before and explore one of weather's major ingredients, air.
Air? Excuse me? But anybody can explore air. It's all over the place.
You think I mean plain old sitting around doing nothing air? I'm talking moving air. Moving air makes weather. Shika shika kaboom!
Sorry, Ralphie. The only moving air in here is the hot air coming from your mouth.
Ew! Okay, fine. Then I, Weatherman, will bravely go and explore moving air.
And I, for one, shall bravely follow. Class?
All right, if you say so.
Hey, Ralphie, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I am Weatherman. Of course I know what I'm doing. All right, now what am I doing? Oh, what the heck? Uh-oh. I think that was the wrong button. Maybe if I do this.
Excellent choice, Ralphie.
Really?
Ralphie, what did you do to us? Oops.
The Adventures of Weatherman, Chapter 1. Gone with the Wind!
I feel light as a feather.
Maybe you're not Weatherman, but Featherman.
Oh, now, that's what I call moving air.
I didn't mean to blow them away, Miss Frizzle. Honest.
Good work, Weatherman.
Miss Frizzle, level with me. Am I really Weatherman?
You have 3 ingredients to make weather: wind, heat, and water. It's up to you to stir them together. As I always say, take chances, make mistakes.
get messy.
Oh, exactly. Only put some oomph into it, weatherman. You already know a lot about the weather.
That's right. I, weatherman, have moved here to make wind.
So, what are you waiting for?
Push a button. Isn't it great? You can see for miles.
Look how sunny it is over there.
And look at that humongous cloud. Too bad it's nowhere near my rain catcher.
It looks like a thundercloud. Good thing it's nowhere near us.
According to my research, weather is different in different places, right?
Right.
How come?
Because, Wanda, different combinations of wind, water, and heat make different kinds of weather. Right, weatherman?
I couldn't have said it better myself, Miss Frizzle.
All aboard the Weathermobile!
Demonstration of winds.
Yeah, how'd you do it, Ralphie?
Well, Tim, it's as easy as, hey, who's this Ralphie you keep talking about?
You're Ralphie, you are not Weatherman. Ralphie, Weatherman, what's it matter?
We were all blown away by the experience, right?
So Ralphie can turn a fan on and off. Big deal! I'm still waiting for that thunderstorm you promised. The world isn't filled with big fans, you know. So what really makes the wind? I'll answer that question, Ralphie, but you're not gonna get out of making that thunderstorm. What really makes the wind is a combination of air and heat. For example, the sun heats the earth heats the air, and this warmer air rises. When the warm air rises, more air has to take its place, so cooler air comes in. And this movement of air creates wind.
Very good, Keisha.
Right. Now, how about that thunderstorm?
Okie dokie. One thunderstorm coming right up. Take a little air, add some heat.
Ralphie, what are you doing?
Just a little experiment.
Oh, weatherman just made an updraft.
He did? Of course I did. Weatherman just made an updraft. Shika shika kaboom! I salute myself. I salute my updraft. What's an updraft?
An updraft is warm air that blows up instead of sideways.
You mean like heat rising out of a toaster?
That's a very good example of a very small one, Phoebe.
But if an updraft is going to make any difference to the weather, it has to be pretty big, right? Chapter 2, Weatherman and the Updraft Rider.
How about clouds? Can you make clouds too?
Of course, Wanda. After all, you need clouds for a thunderstorm.
Wanda, Dorothy Ann, I can't believe you're buying into this. You need to add water. I learned that in my old school, Weatherman.
Thank you, Phoebe. Yes, clouds are made of water. Weatherman will now make a cloud.
I give up. Now what's happening to us?
We're water.
Arnold, this is ridiculous.
Thanks to Weatherman, you guys are all wet. Shika shika kaboom!
Time to break out the watercolors.
We're changing again!
Oh, Weatherman has turned us from water into tiny little water droplets. Keep together, class.
This is fun.
Clouds are made up of millions of tiny, tiny little water droplets.
We really made a cloud.
Thanks to Weatherman.
Shake-a-kaboom!
I knew I should have brought a sweater. It's cold up here.
Cold? It's
freezing!
Oh, we're turning into ice crystals. Oh, I love this part. We're unique. We're beautiful.
We're also falling.
Good observation, Carlos. When ice crystals in a cloud grow and stick together, they get heavy.
But now we're getting warmer.
Which must be why we're
Melting! Weatherman made rain!
You are not Weatherman.
Oh, Keisha, stop being such a trip.
That was fantastic!
What a ride!
Come on, Weatherman, let's do it again!
Okay, Ralphie, you made a little cloud, a little rain, but you still haven't made the thunderstorm you promised.
Weatherman will not disappoint you. Will he, Miss Frizzle?
Absolutely not.
More heat, more wind, more water. Add heat and air. Make a giant updraft. Add water.
Ralphie?
Make a cloud. Freeze the water. Fall, melt, rain.
Weatherman?
Not now, Arnold. More heat, more water, more wind, more... Oh, what's the use? I'll never do it.
Never say never, Weatherman.
Oh, no!
Isn't this thrilling, class? We are inside a thunderstorm.
Yep, I was right. I should have stayed home today.
Oh, you're perfectly safe, Arnold. The bus is equipped with the best lightning shield available.
Do you have an extra one in my size?
Warm, moist air sweeps up in a huge updraft.
Look, it's raining up.
Amazing!
Moisture in the rising updraft cools, condensing into clouds. And if it gets cold enough, the moisture turns to what, class? Anyone?
Ice crystals! Then snow!
And what happens when the snow gets heavy enough?
Oh, no.
It falls!
Oh, yes! Yes, and let's not forget lightning and thunder.
Who could forget?
I can't take this anymore. I've got to make it stop.
I'm sorry, Weatherman, but a thunderhead like this won't stop until it's all rained out.
I can't wait until then.
Relax, Weatherman. It's just like being on a roller coaster.
But I hate roller coasters more than anything in the whole wide world. Listen, you guys. I know this might come as a big shock to you, but I am not Weatherman. The costume wasn't even my idea. It was Liz's. I didn't do anything. I don't know anything about the weather. I just want to go home.
You can get us out of this. It doesn't matter whether you're Weatherman or Ralphie. You know tons about the weather.
No, I don't. I was faking it. I was just pulling levers to show off. See? I don't even know enough not to mess with the shrinkers, though.
Forget about that. There must be something that can get us out of here. Come on, Weatherman.
Keisha, could you say that again?
Come on, Weatherman, think!
Keish, you called me Weatherman.
Shika, shika, kaboom!
Okay, how to get out of here? Out. Miss Frizzle!
Yes, Weatherman?
You said the storm has to rain itself out, didn't you?
That's right.
Out, down, up with the updraft. Freeze, fall, melt, melted snow, falling down and out. That's it!
What's it?
I, Weatherman, will lead you out of this. Follow me! Come on! Grab a snowflake!
Chapter 5! Weatherman and the Snow Riders!
Good work, Bus.
Excuse me, my snow's melting.
We're getting rained out. Way to go, Weatherman.
Ah, thanks, Keisha. I couldn't have done it without you.
My rain catcher worked. See? It's already rained. 1 inch plus 8 kids and 1 teacher.
Excellent, Carlos.
Wow, this is some storm.
Okay, we got out of the thunderstorm. Now how do we get out of the rain catcher?
Yes, that's it! Chapter 6! Weatherman meets the giant lizard!
All right.
Wet and tired, they made it home!
Thanks to Weatherman. Shika, shika, kaboom!
I'm out of here.
Shika, shika, kaboom!
Not bad, huh?
It's great, Tim. But I sure am glad to be out of that costume.
It's amazing that wind, water, and heat can make such a huge storm. And those same ingredients can also make a beautiful sunny day.
It's all in the mixing.
I've learned a lot about how weather gets made. But there's one thing I know for sure.
And what's that, Ralphie?
From now on, I'm gonna leave the job of weather making up to
Weather Woman! Shika, shika, kaboom!
Keisha. You can't be weather woman any more than I can be weather man.
Why not?
Because the job is bigger than both of us.
As I always say, shika, shika, kaboom!
Is this the magic school bus?
Is this the magic school bus?
Magic school bus?
Magic the magic school bus? You mean magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus?
I want the magic school bus. I want the magic school bus.
I'll get it.
No, I'll get it.
I'll get it.
Hello, Magic School Bus producer. Producers.
Shika, shika, kaboom!
Oh, very good.
Thank you. I'm studying up to be Weather Woman.
Are you?
Yeah, test me.
Okay. What is weather?
Weather is what the air is like above us, all the way to the highest clouds, as well as all around us.
Good, good.
Ask me another one.
True or false? Most raindrops start out as ice or snow.
True. And sometimes in a thunderstorm, you even get hail which hits the ground before it can melt.
Whoa! You are one sharp kid.
I told you, I'm studying up to be Weather Woman. Shika, shika, kaboom. Ask me another one.
Okay, we talked about 3 ingredients, but we left out another important ingredient.
Land. For example, mountains can push air up, making thunderstorms. Mountains can also keep rain away. The land is another weather ingredient.
That's right. Weather isn't quite as simple as Weatherman made it out to be. It can get pretty complicated.
Which may be why we still can't tell for sure today what the weather is going to be like tomorrow.
You got it. One more question.
Shoot!
Are you really studying to be Weather Woman?
Of course not. There is no such thing as Weather Woman. Nobody makes the weather.
Not even Weather Lizard?
You're kidding, aren't you?
Of course we are. Who ever heard of Weather Lizard?
This is really embarrassing, Wanda.
It's okay, Arnold. You're with me.
What if somebody catches us in here?
Who's gonna catch you in the girls' bathroom? Tiffany.
Tiffany? Who's Tiffany? I don't know any Tiffany.
Yeah, right. Whatever you say, Arnold.
I say we don't need this water. My model of the waterworks shows exactly how water is collected and stored and cleaned and delivered and...
Yawn burger with a side of snores. As your partner, I cannot do a report on water without water. That's enough. I'll take the bucket to class. You clean it up.
Okay.
Oh, and don't forget Miss Frizzle's keys. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Arnold.
Arnold? Tiffany? Tiffany, wait! I can explain. Maybe I should have stayed home today.
Come on, Arnold. It's time for your report.
Yikes. I knew I should have stayed home today. Careful, Wanda. You'll drown my waterworks.
Arnold, a properly constructed waterworks cannot drown.
What's that noise?
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Frizzle.
Oh, everyone ready to find out where water goes and what it does?
Ready when you are, Miss Frizzle.
Actually, I'd rather hit the surf ride at Waterland.
Oh, Waterland, of course! The perfect introduction to our investigation of water.
Are you suggesting that we really go there?
I don't see why not.
Yeah!
Oh, boy! What a great idea!
Wait, going to Waterland has nothing to do with the serious study of water.
Sure it does, Arn. We could think about a mighty river as we're riding the flumerang. This brochure shows the new storm cloud simulator they just built.
And we could appreciate rainfall on the raindrop parachute ride.
But what about our report? It's all about how we use waterworks to get clean water where we need it, when we need it. See?
Oh, it really is quite wonderful, Arnold.
But compared to Waterland, it's dry, dry, dry. Water's no fun unless you're in it.
Oh, water. What goes around comes around. A veritable merry-go-round of moisture. To the bus!
Waterland! Yay! Wow! Look at the rain gauge. It really rained a lot.
Yeah, more than 2 inches in the last hour.
According to my research, that's a school record for rainfall. Come on, you guys. We're going to study some serious water.
Wanda, do you have the keys you borrowed from me? Oh, never mind. I have a spare key somewhere in here, I think. Here it is. And here we go!
Wait a minute. I have a hunch. This is not the way to Waterland. This is a field trip!
happened?
Welcome to the real Waterland.
Where everything is water, even us.
I hate getting wet.
As I always say, Arnold, a little water never hurt anyone.
Whoa! This is awesome!
I hope we're not going to stay in this rain gauge all day. That would be boring.
And we wouldn't want that.
Is it just me, or is it getting really warm? Miss Frizzle, what happens when water gets warm? Do I really want to know?
Gosh, I'm rising into the air.
Whoa! See ya!
Ralphie, is it just you, or are we all floating into the air?
When water is warmed by the sun, it evaporates.
You mean we're evaporating? Help! Water meant we stayed on the ground. I want to be water again.
We still are water, Arnold. When water evaporates, it turns into water vapor.
It's a gas, Arnold.
We've been vaporized. I get it. First we were a liquid, then we became a gas. I still don't like it.
Oh, it's getting cold up here. Hey, I'm not vaporizing. Look at my hand. I'm turning into tiny droplets.
That's because we're changing back into a liquid. We are condensing. Water is as water does. Whee!
Miss Frizzle, you turned into a cloud.
Oh, isn't this heavenly?
Wow, I never knew a cloud was water, too.
Hey, we're moving.
This is fantastic.
It's not easy being a cloud. Now where are we going?
Wherever we're going, it looks to me like it's not our choice.
As someone once said, clouds are the playful fancies of the mighty wind.
Does that mean that clouds go wherever the wind takes them?
In a word, Keisha,
yes! Oh, bad. Oh, bad. Bad, bad, bad.
Then we could end up anywhere.
Right as rain, Arnold. Water goes everywhere.
Oh, no!
I always wondered what it would be like to be a cloud. I love it.
Hey, watch it.
Lighten up, Arnold. You're a cloud.
Now we're one big cloud. But clouds don't go to school. Clouds don't give reports. They stay in the air. We'll never get down. Oh, no! Arnold! We fell out of the cloud!
Water always falls out of the clouds. Eventually. It's raining. We are the rain, Phoebe. This is even better than the raindrop parachute ride. Wahoo!
Hope you don't mind our dropping ball.
Hey, a frizzle drizzle!
Go with the flow, class.
Wait for us, Miss Frizzle!
We're out of control!
Don't worry, Arnold.
Wanda, we're thousands of miles from school, running into some strange forest.
We're almost on the ground, and then we'll stop!
Or not!
Is it true that water always runs downhill?
to the lowest spot, Phoebe, and we're almost there.
The ocean?
Well, that was an interesting field trip. Can we go back now, Miss Frizzle?
Oh, I'd like to help you out, Arnold, but...
Oh, no. We're evaporating again.
I love this part.
Who knows what happens next? Hens!
Ooh, we condense into water droplets.
But we've been there, done that.
And it won't be the last time, Arnold. What happens next?
We become clouds.
Then we get blown who knows where by the wind.
Oh, and next?
And fall somewhere else as rain again.
Excellent observation, Wanda.
Are you suggesting that water never, ever stops moving? Ever?
In the words of my great-aunt Matilda, no!
Here we go again.
You mean water keeps evaporating, condensing, raining, collecting, forever?
Oh, bingo! That's why its movement is called the water cycle.
But water has to go somewhere.
Oh, it does! It goes around and around and around and around and around, round and around.
We could be water for the rest of our lives.
We could stay stuck in the water cycle forever! Wahoo!
Wait a minute. This is a field trip, right? I mean, we've got to get back by 3 o'clock, don't we?
Oh no! It's already 3 o'clock! I'm gonna miss batting practice.
And I've got a dance lesson.
Not to worry, mates. It's only 3 o'clock in London.
London?
How do we get out of here?
I've got it, Ms. Frizzle. Since you're the one who turned us into water, just turn us back into regular kids.
Unfortunately, Keisha, I can't do that because the key I used to turn us all into water is also water.
Well, don't you have another key?
Would you care to take that one, Wanda?
Well, I borrowed Ms. Frizzle's keys when Arnold and I went into the girls' bathroom. Arnold?
I left the key in the bathroom.
Arnold!
But that's not all. I also forgot to empty the sink, and I think I forgot to turn the water off all the way. What if the whole school is flooded?
Arnold, how could you?
Well, if we'd just done our reports in the first place, none of this would have happened. Look out! Taxi cab at 3 o'clock!
What do we do now? Remember the water cycle. What comes after raindrops?
Evaporation!
Whoa, that was close. I knew I should have stayed home today.
It's cloud time again, you guys! Seems to me the only way out of the water cycle is to stop being water.
An absorbing solution, Keisha.
I've got it. Clouds are water and can go everywhere, right?
Wherever the wind blows, Wanda.
So what if we could blow our clouds wherever we want to go?
I think that could be arranged.
Awesome! The bus can blow us back to school. Then we can rain down, find the spare key,
And stop being water.
And I can turn off the faucet and save the school.
Here we go!
see the key?
That's not all I saw. The bathroom's flooding and Liz is stuck in the faucet.
Maybe she was trying to escape. We've got to get inside.
But how? We're only water.
I know. The waterworks.
The waterworks?
The real waterworks. The one my model is modeled after. It gets water to where we need it.
And we're water. And we're needed in the girls' bathroom.
And I know how to get us there.
Arnold, you're a genius.
I am?
To the waterworks.
The reservoir. That's where the water is stored, and that's where the waterworks start.
Class, prepare to rain.
There's no turning back now. Where's the reservoir?
At last, I get to give my report.
According to Arnold's research, a reservoir is where the water we drink is collected.
Arnold, if this is the water we drink, it's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's full of dirt. Yuck! I can't believe we drink this stuff. Follow me to the mixing basin. Step 1 in cleaning our water.
Things are sure getting mixed up in here, but it doesn't look any cleaner.
Yeah, Arnold. What is this white stuff? More junk? Actually, it's alum. And if you look closely, Carlos, you'll note that the dirt is actually sticking to it and thereby cleaning the water.
It tickles.
Yeah, but now the water is full of alum blobs.
How do we get rid of this stuff?
This way to the settling basin.
Look, the dirty alum is settling to the bottom. And up here, the water's clear.
Are we clean yet?
Almost. We need to get filtered. On to the filtration tank, class. We will now filter through the sand and gravel which you see below you to get rid of any tiny particles which may have slipped through the cleansing process, so we can get really, really clean.
Let's go.
Wahoo!
Help!
Gee, thanks, Miss Frizzle.
Oh, anytime, Arnold. Don't let this dampen your enthusiasm.
Hey, Arnold, now that we're clean, how much further to the girls' bathroom?
This pipe should lead to the school.
Come on, you guys.
Are we there yet? Almost. Look, the sea monster.
Wait, that tail looks familiar. Why, it's Liz! Liz! It's us! We're inside the faucet! You can pull your tail out now!
It must be stuck.
I hate to do this, Liz, but it has to be done.
Hey, your bathroom is way nicer than ours.
Liz, quick! Get the key ring before we evaporate again.
only one problem. There's not enough room in here to transform the bus.
I think so. What happened?
Well, I guess you could say our field trip made a real splash.
Well, as I always say, to appreciate the water cycle, you've got to have a good sense of humid.
Miss Frizzle!
Is this the magic school bus?
Is this the magic school bus?
Magic school bus?
Magic the magic school bus? You mean magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus?
I want the magic school bus! I want the magic school bus!
Magic School Bus, the producer speaking.
Glad you're still there. I have some questions about the show I just saw on water.
Look, I'm really kind of busy now. Can you call back tomorrow?
This won't take long. I just want to know who you think you're kidding. Kids can't turn into water.
We know that. We just wanted the kids to behave like water, not be water.
And kids can't evaporate either. And they can't become clouds or condense into raindrops.
Listen, we weren't trying to fool anybody. Everything the kids in the show did, water can do, and does. Thanks for your question. Is this you again?
No, this is another kid. I have a question about the water cycle.
Water collects, evaporates, condenses.
And rains. I know. But you made it seem like it happens in a few minutes. Sometimes the water cycle can take weeks or years.
You're right. And water frozen into a glacier can take as many as 10,000 years before it melts again.
Which reminds me, my mother keeps telling me to conserve water, but 2/3 of the Earth's surface is water, so how can we ever run out?
We won't. While there's plenty of water in the world, it's not always where we want it, when we want it. In fact, only a tiny part of the Earth's water is drinkable.
Really?
That's right. So we have to watch how we use it and be careful not to waste it.
So how come nobody said anything to Arnold for forgetting to turn off the water?
Hey, haven't you ever forgotten to turn off the water?
Sure, but that doesn't make it okay.
I agree. And I promise you Arnold will never do it again.
I heard that one leaky faucet can waste several gallons of water a day.
That's true.
By the way, you never explained how a cloud snows.
Well, you'll just have to watch our show on weather to find out the answer to that. Thanks for calling. Come on, Liz, let's go home. It's been a long day.